We're on day 5 of this Euro trip. So we're gonna go ahead and wake up from our hostel. Of course, got that top bunk situation going on, which is fine. So today we are gonna have a food tour, but that pub crawl took a little toll. So I'm gonna take a little shot of espresso here. In the U.S., cups are a little different. You'll see how big that cup is. It's literally just the size of that espresso shot, which they could have just gave it to me there, but that's fine. Well, along the way, walking to the bus, this taxi was broken down. He didn't crash or nothing, but he did break down. And if you kind of notice, it's the Minnesota Vikings because I did not know the NFL is in town, of course. I leave the United States and the NFL is in town. So we finally get on the bus because they had to go around them, and we're just going to go ahead and head to our spot, our food spot for the tour, our first stop. We're in London. You got to do those fish and chips. Here, I actually tried it with vinegar, salt and vinegar. The other spot I didn't. That did make a difference. And mine, fish and chips, I actually got the fish in bite size. You can call me a child, call me what you want, but I did get it in bite size. Along the next spot for the food, we've seen a couple. I seen some elephants. I had to take a picture of the elephant because why not. And here you also see the picture of the huevos, no rancheros. And then we are on the welcome to the eat fly. But so we stopped at this Brazilian barbecue spot. I was the last one to get my fish and chips, obviously, me being me. So I was eating them while we walked because they made a fresh batch for me. But so yeah, I have this here, which is a Brazilian soda, very delicious. So I do recommend to get that if you can. And while we're still moving along, we're gonna get to our next stop, which is a Turkish sweet shop, if you will. These are the sweet candies or sweet treats that I got from there. The name of the shop here is something something sweet, but as you can see on the top corner, it is on Brick Lane. I think they called it Curry Lane. I didn't do it. The tour guide did, so that's not me. That's them. Last stop was the Hot Bagels. I guess this is the spot. Like the prince and his lady went here to go get it. You know how to try it. Very delicious if you get it freshest. And at night, I had to hit Nando's because I completely forgot about it. So I hit Nando's. I tried their beer here. I was gonna say their chicken real quick, but real quick, they had to make fresh chicken. Hey, just like the fish and chips, right? They had to make fresh chicken, so she apologized. Was there anything she could get me? Boom, me. A beverage would be nice. So my chicken finally came out. Bang, here it is. I tasted it. I was like, oh my god, it's so delicious. I have to take a photo. That's how good it was. So we're gonna go ahead and fly out next morning. So we gotta head back. Nothing too crazy this day since we are heading out. So let's go ahead and check out what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Alright, guys, we're just going to go ahead and add day 6 since this is a travel day. Not too much going on a travel day besides you get it, traveling. So, before we leave, I'm going to have what they call an English breakfast. They got the eggs or the beans and toast. As you can see, the beans were not, were not it. The beans were not it. The bacon, I don't know why I left the bacon. I probably ate it before I left, most likely, knowing me. And we're going to go ahead and take the train back to the airport. This time we're going to be leaving out of Heathrow Airport. And yes, it is a pain in the booty. They are going to want you to put everything in that bag. So if you got any toiletries like toilet paper, toothbrush, that doesn't matter. But anything like medication, toothpaste, lotion, stuff like that, that matters. That has to fit in the bag. But anywho, once we pass through security, I gotta wait for my flight. So we are gonna partake in another beverage. I should have took this glass. The glass was pretty cool, but I'm like, it's the 6th day. You know what I mean? I gotta over 10 days left of this travel. That glass ain't gonna last. But anywho, there's my bag. Where are we going? AMS. Where's AMS? In Amsterdam, the Netherlands. That's right, guys. Come on, let's go. Amsterdam. One thing I am gonna be in Amsterdam for is less than 24 hours. So it's gonna be a rough one, but we're gonna get it going. Now here we are gonna take the train from the airport to Central Station. From there, I'm gonna catch a bus. But before I catch on the bus, there I am with my Zoolander poses. Bang. Don't look at my credit card. Bang. Now, I had to purchase a ticket for the train, actually. I didn't take a bus. Is this the bus or is it a train? I forget. Either way, I had to buy a ticket for it under the service place right there, which is cool. A nice building, nice architecture in Amsterdamers. And there's my hotel. I know it's nice and bright because I got there late at night. Sounds like a song. But there's the hotel. That's the way it looks like during the day. Hans Brinker Hotel. It is a budget-friendly hotel because that's the only hostels I be staying at. One thing about this hostel, youngsters. Youngsters. Man, I think people 25 look young, so I guess 25 and younger, or whatever. It's all good. I'm only staying there once again for less than 24 hours. This is the bed setup. 2 beds. Down on the bottom, you'll see kind of like little lockers, one on each side, one for one bunk bed, one for the other, which was pretty cool. One thing I noticed is I did not lock up any of my stuff. I put it in the locker. I just didn't lock it up. No one's touching your stuff, at least not from what I've seen. And here's the restroom. I don't know if you could tell, right on top of the toilet, you got 2 circles. The big circles is if you're pooper duper. The small circle if you're whizzy wazzy, you know what I mean? Just depends on how much water flow you need. Pretty cool setup. I thought that was neat. On my way to a thing I'm doing later on this night, I did see some artwork through the windows because the stores are closed. But there's that. There's them. You see Mickey in the back? Don't wave at me, Mickey. But yep, you probably guessed it. We're going to the ice bar. Let's get it in, guys. Let's get it in. Got my tickets, got my coins for my 3 free drinks. The gold coin is for the inside. The silver coins are for the ice bar itself. So the inside is that, waiting for your turn to get into the actual freezer, if you will. And there's my drink. It looks watered down, but trust me, it's like all vodka, so it's all good. And it is gonna be cold. I do got my hoodie on because I'm not having a good hair day. I am right there already in the ice bar, the freezer section. As you can see, that cup is ice cold. What? Ice cold, because why? Because it is ice. That's right, it's ice, baby. Now once that was done, I ain't gonna lie, I drank my drink, took my photos. I'm like, dude, it's cold, I'm out of there. As you can see, bad hair day, but that's cool. I took a picture with Mr. Porter Bear. And along the way going, but I did hit it up on the way back, I hit a coffee shop. That's right, they got their space cakes. Space cakes. Okay, one of them is 10 milligrams, one of them is 15 milligrams. My edibles were stronger than that, so I decided to get a copilote with a little jointy mointy. That's right, smoke it up, chill. Once we get back to the hostel, they do have a restaurant next door. I decided to have another beverage before I go to sleep and start the new day. Well, guys, that is Amsterdam. First night, only night actually, and let's see what we get into tomorrow.